So in terms of integrating the Zayndu tech, it's been really smooth. It's such an easy technology to integrate into our workflow process. So if you look at sort of basically kind of like that seed reception and through to like germinated seeds on the system, the seeds come in, basically we empty them into the drum, they're treated, and then they go into a holding packet, not into the original packet that they came in, but into a new bag. And then those then transfer onto our automated seeding systems over a period of a couple of days. So that's the really great thing, is it's totally unlike a wet treatment where you have to treat it and then immediately use it, because those seeds are then imbibed and they're on their way. They're imbibed and primed, but they're not the hydration is missing. So until you hydrate them, they're not starting to germinate. Yeah. So you don't have that pile of germinated seeds in a bag, or in our case, when we're looking at our automated seeding systems, dry seed is better when we're looking at automated seeding. I think that's the case across the whole industry. We use vacuum seeding. Other people use more sort of gravity driven or sort of shake systems, but all of them, dry seed is better. And so by having the seed dry when it comes out of the activated air system, it can go into short-term storage. Again, by working with you and the team, we've worked out how to store the seeds better and how long not to store them for as well.
Exactly. I think that's a really interesting point. Mainly because, first of all, having a dry treatment is really key. It's really one of those unique selling point, and there's not a lot of technologies out there that can prime the seeds by being dry. And as you said, we all know that a dry seed is a happy seed, and that enables also the storage. And of course, our technology being a priming technology, unfortunately, still introduce a shelf life limitation. However, the dryness factor still outperform the disadvantages.
Massively so.
And again, it's been also interesting to do all the trials about shelf life and how different species get different shelf life, and how to make the shelf life go longer for the seeds. So all that will get together and facilitate the integration during the operation of the system itself, but also facilitate the operation afterwards without introducing any extra complication.
And from just a sort of a management perspective, when you're looking at how you operate your growth facility, by knowing all of that information, you can essentially just time your seed deliveries so that your seed deliveries, your treatment process, and then that sort of storage prior to seeding works in a way that works with the shelf life of that treated seed. And that's really the only difference that we've made, is instead of ordering, a ton of seed at a time, we'll order a few smaller amounts, and then they'll then go onto the system gradually, in the same way that ton of seed would have gone onto the system gradually. But it's just that we're receiving it in shorter batches to enable us to treat it, and then it goes onto the system.
There's multiple deliveries instead of one.
Yeah, which means you need a lot less storage space for your seeds, which is really good.
That's neat.
Oh.